Okay, so this is my Out and Back car. I made this for David Weaver's Physics 111 class. It's been probably a year or so now, but he asked me about it, and I told him I still had it, but unfortunately my wife broke it apart, so I just finished rebuilding it back together a little bit, so it obviously can still use some fine tuning to make it work even better than what I'll show you in a minute. But for all intents and purposes, I'll explain how it all works. So each one of these wheels, I've got a record, and what I've done is I've added a spoke here, or a hub, to make sure that this thing stays perfectly vertical. There's a bolt on each side. I have a screw. I've got ball bearings on the inside. I don't know if you can see them or not. They're pretty hard to see in there, but they're inside this wood. Then you've got a mouse trap, which provides the propulsion in one direction, and you have a falling weight, which provides the propulsion in another direction. Okay. Everything hangs from the axle, which is this is a very unique design. Never seen anything like it, and it also has a lot of cool functions. One of the things that it does is it ensures that it's going to stop almost exactly where it starts. So, and I can adjust the strings, and I can play with it and make it do a lot of different things and go different distances. But the limiting factor obviously is the weight dropping. With the tuning, if you start it all the way at the top, the furthest distance you can go before you can tune it to go back is the bottom there, and that's limited by the size of the wheel. So anyway, that is it's pretty much the design. There's a lot of cool features, and I'm sure whenever you build your own or someone else builds one, pretty neat, you'll see all the intricacies. But let's run it, and I'll show you what it does. So I placed the straw down here on the floor to basically kind of mark where the starting point is going to be. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the trap, and it's going to actually run off of the weight first. So the trap will just be set and waiting, and then it will, once the weight hits a certain point, it will actually trigger the mouse trap, which will then cause it to come back. So like I said, it isn't fine-tuned right now. I just kind of got to put it back together so that I can do this for David. He's the best physics teacher ever. And let's see, try not to pop my finger. Just a side note, whenever I proposed this idea and this plan, and I drew my design and showed it in class, pretty sure David made fun of me. Didn't think it was going to work. But I showed him. So we're all set. It's ready to go. I'm going to let this side go first, and it's going to take off that way. And then hopefully we'll mark it when it comes back. So, ready, set, go. So it looks like it went past the spot, but it will come back. And if you take note of the straw, it's almost exactly where it started. So it went out, I don't know, probably, I would say probably 8 or 9 feet, and stopped almost exactly where it started. Like I said, with some fine tuning, you can make this thing go a lot further based on your build and how it goes. But anyway, there it is, Out and Back, #1, only designed.